You'll ping me on WhatsApp, na sir? That link.
Just wait, just wait, just wait.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Devansh, so I think you are live now, so I think you can
Okay,
start.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so hello guys, my name is Devansh Verma, and I'm gonna be introducing you all to Excel today. And in Excel, we're gonna cover some aggregate functions, some text functions, and just the basic workflow. And if time permits, then we will also discuss something about some visual analytics, some visual charts, how to customize those charts, right, and all those stuff. So let's get started then. Get started. Let's okay guys, so this is just a normal Excel sheet. This is Excel 2016 version, I think. And if you guys don't have Excel, then there's an alternative. Permit, then there's an alternative where you just go to your Chrome and type office.com. Just go to office.com and open this site, and here you will you have to be just logged in into this office.com, and you will have options to open different files, like there is this Word file, Excel file. If you don't have the Microsoft suite in your PC, then you can just go to here and open Excel and work on it from here. Okay, so, and if you have it in your desktop, then it's good, then it's fair, you can just start. So okay guys, so this is a cell. These are called cells. Okay, different cells, and these 1 2 3 4 5, these are all the rows and row references, and these are all the column references. And how do you reference a cell? How do you reference a cell? You can do this. This cell will be this cell where I have the it highlighted. This is A1. Okay, this will be B1, this will be C1, D1, right? And then this will be A2, this will be A3, this will be A4. So I hope you're getting it. This the first letter of the reference of a cell will be of the column reference, and the second will be the row number. So this A1, A2, A3, A4. This will be B1, B2, B3, B4. This will be C1, C2, C3, C4, so forth and so on. So this is how we reference the cell. Okay, reference the cell when we you'll see it when we do various types of calculations, and in formulas we will use these cell references only. Okay, so let's start with the basic aggregation sum. Okay, let me open the sheet. This sheet, let's okay, so let's perform a normal sum aggregation over a column. And what it will do, simple, it will just sum up all the values in the column. So let's choose this total column now. Let's choose this total column. Let's sum it up. Okay, so and yes, remember to, like, when you start writing any function, for example, the sum will be sum, but you cannot just write it. Excel will not be able to know whether it is a function or it is just a normal text. So before you start adding any kind of formulas into Excel, you have to put an equal to sign. Okay. So after you put this equal to sign, then you can start writing sum, and you know that it is a function now because you see all these recommendations coming here. Okay. So just write sum and open brackets, and the best thing about this is that it shows you all the syntax, so it's also good. So to do sum of this column G here, we will write G 2. Why G2? Because if you can see this G1 here, it is actually the column header, right? And obviously this, it's like stupid to trying to sum up a text value, it will throw an error. So we'll take from G2. You can also see that whenever you type a cell reference, you will see that cell highlighted. So it's a really good feature. It's available in 2016. I think it is available in earlier versions also. Okay. And if it's not, then you can use that site that I just showed you, office.com. Just go over to the site and open up Excel if you don't have Excel in your computer. Okay. So yeah, sum G2 2, you can do G, and you can just scroll down and see where the last cell is, G44, which is this one. As you can see, this is the 44. This has the last cell. So you can do G44. All right. Close the brackets, press enter, and here you go. 19,627.88. So this is the sum of this column G, right? And if you like click on this cell, you can see the values, and here you can see the formula which has been used to generate this value. Okay. So uh, generate this value here, and yes, and one more thing. For example, like when you're calculating the sum of a column, okay, and you, like for example, the data will change. Maybe some more few more rows is added to it, like 45, 46, 47 more rows are added to it, right? Or maybe you just have a really large data and you just don't want to like scroll down and look at that value and then enter it like G457. So the to make it more dynamic, to make it more easier, just do it sum G to G, and this will automatically take the whole column. This is just making that thing dynamic. Now you can, now it will G to G, or like for example, you have E to E will take the whole column instead of just taking like G2 to G44. Even when you add more values, it will take those values as well. This will give the same answer, 1967. Now if I add one more value here, let me add 876. Okay, this will be updated. See, it has changed from 19,000 something to 20,000 something. You can see that this has updated. Okay. Let me see if you guys have any questions on YouTube. Just 1 second. All right, guys, if you have any question, then just tell that to me. If you have any question, then you can just put it in the comment section. Okay. Uh, no question. Okay, then let's continue. Okay, so we're done with the sum. Now let's, for example, if you want to sum the values on a condition. Okay, for example, if you want to sum the total values of only the pencils sold, right? If you want to calculate the totals of only of that, you want to sum up total of only of that, like you want to sum on a condition, then you can use something like equals to sum if. This is called sum if. Like if you're familiar with programming, you will know what if does. Sum if will just like take a condition, all right, filter out your data according to that, and then it will calculate the sum. So let me just show you the syntax of it. Sum range. Range is now let me tell you what this range criteria sum range is. The range is the column that you are going to specify the expression on. All right, this range will be the column that you are going to specify the expression on. Criteria is going to be the expression. All right, and sum range is actually the column that you are going to perform the sum aggregation on. Okay, let me it is best taught through example. So let me just type the formula out. D column, see this D column has the items, right? So I'll just type D to D. And then the we want it to be pencil, right? So yeah, and whenever you write text, just in the formulas, make sure it's in double quotes, otherwise it will throw an error. It's not able to recognize text without the double quotes. Pencil, and it's case insensitive, like the pencil with the capital P is here inside this item column, you can type it without any capitalization or all. Okay, pencil, and then the sum range. And what do we want to sum? What do you want to apply that aggregation on? We want to apply that aggregation on over the total column. Okay, so I'll just type here G to G. Okay, close the brackets, press enter, and here you go. This 2135.14 is actually the sum of all the pencils sold, the total of all the pencils sold, only the pencil, not binder and pen and all, only the pencil. So this is how you use an if condition with the sum. Okay, so have you guys understood? Just tell me in the chat box how long session will go. Session will go for around 1 hour ECE. I need a data set. You need the data set. I don't. 1 second. I don't have the data set, but you know what? How about I share this sheet itself? Uh, just give me 1 minute. Just let me enter the link of this data sheet so that you can work along with me. Okay. I'm giving you the Excel sheet itself. You know. Second. 1 second. I have shared it onto my Google Drive. All right. Not this one. And let me share it with you over. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. My G drive. And let me just share it through my phone. Then I'm not able to find it out. The option here. I'm just gonna share it through here. Let me just open one more new tab. New window. Actually, very slow computer. Just this is actually how do I share it? Yeah. Okay, so this is my live session. Let me just all right, guys, I've given it. Just access that link, you'll be able to find the folder. It will have the Excel sheet. Are you able to open it? Tell me. Guys, have you got the data set, that Excel file? Guys, have you got it? Tell me in the comment section. I guess so. Let's continue. Okay, you're not seeing the data set, then just let me uh, bring it again. 1 second, guys. It's taking a lot of time. Two. Uh, DC, it's not coming in the chat. Just 1 second. Just let me put it again. Just 1 second. Okay, guys, I shared it again. Are you able to see it? Okay, guys, are you able to get that link now? Okay, 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 guys. So, yeah. So let's continue. Let's continue. A lot of 5 minutes wasted because of this, right? Okay. My screen is not being shared, right? Just 1 second. Let me. Uh, okay, guys. So let's. I don't know why it's not showing the my screen, but let's just continue with the session then. This second thing that I will do it is the sum if onto a numerical column. Like we just what we did that we performed this sum if onto this categorical column and then aggregated the total. What if we want to perform the sum if onto a numeric column itself, right? Aggregate it and then just sum it. Let me just show you using an example. Just type equals to sum if, okay, and then you can just type inside the range. For example, I want to sum all the values inside the total which are greater than 500. Okay, inside the total only, all the values inside total which are greater than 500. How do I do that? I will just do this G to G, which will select, as I told, G to G will select the whole G, this total column. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a condition. This condition will be in this double quotes, as it is a text greater than, for let's take it greater than 500. Okay, let's do this, and this is the sum if. And if you do this, see, so what this has done is that it has summed up all the values inside this G column which are greater than 500. Okay, and whatever values are greater than 500, when it's summed up, the value came out to be 14517. Okay, so let's go to another one, another version of sum if, which is sum ifs. SUMIFS. Guys, tell me if you're able to understand what I just told. This sum if onto a numeric, onto that column itself, where we apply this thing, the like this condition on this column itself, and then just take out the aggregation on the same column onto a numeric column. If you're able to understand it, just tell me, give me a yes thumbs up in the comment section. Just give me a Dibyanshu Kumar, yes, can access the sheet. That's good. Just give me into the comment section that you are able to understand this sum if, these two sum if that I've shown. One where we apply this filter on the categorical column and aggregate the total, and in the second one we just apply the filter and aggregate on the same column. Okay, Urvin says yes. So okay, so you're able to understand this sum if, these are both sum if. And now I'm going to go with the one more like version of this sum if, which is going to be sum ifs. Okay, so what is the use of sum ifs? Sum ifs will actually take multiple if conditions, all right, and then create a window of data using that, and it will just filter out the data onto those multiple conditions and then give me the sum. Let me just show you that using an example. Okay, sum, the syntax sum ifs. Okay, open the brackets. Now you have sum range, criteria range, and criteria one, which is actually the continuation of the conditions that you will put. So let me tell you, sum range, in the sum range here, like see in the sum if, what we did was that the column that has to be aggregated, right? The column that we sum was on the last, but in the sum ifs, that column which has to be sum is actually kept at the first place. This is the syntactic difference between sum ifs and sum if. Okay. Uh, Let me just, what should we do? Let's take the sum of the G to G column, and let's put the filter where this D column is pencil. So let me just do it. D to D. All right, and then we have the criteria where it is. It's not case sensitive, so you can put it anything. Pencil and comma, and then you're gonna put. Let's take, instead of rep, let's take a region. Okay. So in this region column, which you can see is this B column here. So we will put the range of B to B, the full B column, and then you will put your, let's take it for central. Okay, for central, and let's close the brackets now. This will what this will do is that this will give us the sum of the pencils which are sold in the central region. What it will do, it will give us the sum of the pencils, right? Sum of the pencils sold in the central region. The center, you get 1540. 1540.32 is the total of the pencil sold, in the central region. Okay, guys. So tell me if you're able to understand some ifs. Okay, in the chat box, just tell me. Yes, thumbs up, even a Bible bar. Yes. Okay, so you're able to understand some ifs. Okay. Is this one is first class? I don't understand, Ravi Chandra, the question. Is this one is first class? I don't know. Yes, got it. Can you show some IFF? Some IFF DC ray? I don't think there's something like. Let me check. Some I. No, there's no some IFF. There's some IFS. Right? I've just showed you some IFS. Okay, let me repeat it then for you. There's no some IFF here. DC ray. Some IFF and some IFS. Can you repeat one more time? Okay, okay. Okay, so what this sum IFS is doing, just look at this here, the above this bar here, this box. So what this sum IFS is doing is the first thing here is the range G to G. What is this G? This G is this column, the total column. I want to apply the sum aggregation over this G column. Okay, and what filters do I want? What are the ifs, the conditions? The conditions are in the D to D, which is this column D. In the D to D, I want only the pencils, and in the B column, which ranges B to B, which will take the whole column, only central values in that. So I want only central values of B, only pencil values of D, and I want to calculate the aggregation, the sum based on this B and D column with these pencil and central filters. Okay, and then for that we will calculate the total. uh, okay, let's just type it one more time. Okay, sum IFS, the range what I want. Let's see the total number of units sold for pencil. Okay, where the rep representative here, it means rep is Jones. Okay, so let me just do it in capital. Sum IFS. Okay, and in the sum IFS, then we can the units is in E column, right? E to E, and then we can have the pencil and Jones. Okay, so the D to D will have the pencil, filter it out only the pencil values, by only I want only the pencil values here. All right, and then take the C column, which is rep. You can see the C column here, this C column, this is rep representative. Just C to C, and in the C to C I will take Jones. Okay, this is another example of sum IFS I'm showing, where I'm going to take the total number of units sold by in of sold this pencil sold by the representative Jones. Total number of units for that. This press enter will take 130. 130 units of pencil. 130 units of pencil has been sold by Jones. Okay. So are you able to understand this now? This sum IFS. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, okay, DC. Will you cover macros also? Yes, Aditya, if time permits, I will try to cover macro, but we're not going to have an in-depth look over the VBA programming, because it's like a separate programming itself, and it will like it will be a full-fledged course. But I will tell you how to use macros and how to record a macro, right? So that you can repeat those sets of instructions over different data again and again, instead of like doing that yourself. You will be able to just click on a button, and that macro will actually do all those or whatever operations that you record in a macro, that will be applied to that new data as well. Okay, you guys. Okay, Aditya shall we give Bharat Ratna? Oh, okay, Aditya, thank you for the kind words, Aditya. Screen is not visible, please zoom it. You're not able to see the screen, just 1 second. Is it okay? Even more, I'll do it. Is it okay now? Piyush Pathak, I have zoomed the screen. Guys, please type in the chat box if you're able to see the screen now. Okay. Guys, in the chat box, tell me. if you're able to see the screen, Piyush, I just zoomed it. All right, let's continue then. I hope Piyush are able to see it. If you're not, just ping again. Okay. So the next function that we are going to look at, the next aggregation, is going to be count. It's also a very normal aggregation that we perform. The count aggregation, what it does is, intuitive by name itself, it will count the number of rows. Okay. So let's just type for count, simple, equal to COUN. Uh, Let me just type it in capital so that you guys are able to see better. So count, and now the column that you want to count. Okay, this will be, for example, you want to count this G column, number of values which are here. So you will do just G to G. Okay, and just press enter. This will give you a value of 44. So count will count all the values here. And how many values do we have here? We have 45 values actually. We have 45 values, and this count is giving us 44 values. Can you just tell me why is this, when I'm doing a count, see this formula, count G to G of this whole column, this actually has 45 values. If you see here, 45 values, but it's giving me 44 values only. Why is this happening? Tell me in the comment section. Come on, guys. It's like, I'll give it 30 seconds only. Just tell me. Okay, guys. So I think that you are not able to tell me why this count is giving 44. Okay, because shakalaka says, because L minus one. No shakalaka. There's no. I like think you know programming, so you're saying L minus one, but it's not like its index start from zero. It's like simple. It simply starts from one to the end value. There's no programming stuff like it starts from zero or it's L minus one, anything like that. No, it will be taking from one. Uh, First row is not, no. First row is calculated. Nazari Aslam says because Excel is smart. No, it's not actually smart, not smarter than other tools. Okay, so this column G here, actually, if you see, this count function will count only the numeric values, right? It will count it will count only the numeric values in this column. And if you see, the first thing here is this is the column header. This is actually a text value, which is TOTL. Total is a text value, right? So it will not be counted. Count will count only the numeric values. So how do you how do you get the right answer when you see things like those? You just do a count A. What this count A will do? See, if you can see here, counts the number of cells in a range that are not empty. The only condition for count A is that cells are not empty. If it has text, right? If it has Boolean, if it has numeric, if it has any other type of data type, it will count it. So if you do count A, so you get 45 here now. 45 rows here, you got 45 count A, because count A, the main difference between count and count A, it can be asked to you in an interview, is that count will count only the numeric values, whereas count A will count the numeric and the text values, and so also the Boolean values. Alternatively, you can say that count will count only the numeric values, count A will count anything that's not a blank. Okay, so tell me if you're able to understand it. Nazir Aslam said it can find that first row is a row of the column names. This what is I have told you. I hope you have written this comment earlier, but the thing is that it's not able to recognize text now. It will only recognize numeric values, count. function, and it will count only the numeric values. Tell me in the comment section, guys, if you're able to understand it. Yes, why, a thumbs up, anything. Okay, yes, okay. Shakalaka says yes. No, I consider that you have understood it. Okay. Now, similarly, just like there's this sum if, we have the same count if. Okay. Let me just show you how the syntax goes. Count if, and you can do the range. What column do you want to count? I want to count all the G columns. All right. And I want to count all the values which are greater than 500 in this G column. This, and you get 15. So there are 15 values in this total column, has 15 values which are greater than this condition, 5 which are greater than 500. Okay. And maybe if you want to count how many pencil items are there, you just do a small change here, which is D to D, and the condition will be pencil. Okay. Yeah, it's case insensitive. Okay. So pencil can be here, but you can write capital letters. It's smart enough to recognize this. So 13 pencil value. Okay, guys. You're able to understand count, right? Count if also. Count if, count if, and count. Yes. Once we're done, next will be average. How we will take the average. Able to understand it? Okay, so I see. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So we are now going to have a look at the aggregate function, which is average. Simple, just type out average into the sheet that I have linked. And guys, those who are like came just now, if you're having a problem, just go to the in the previous chats, you will find the link of this sheet. Okay, just type average. Okay, and for the average, I want the average of this total. Just type here G to G. I'm gonna speed up a little because we have discussed aggregations a lot. So average G to G. This will give you 465.997272. Okay, this is the average value of the total. If you want average of units, what are the average units sold? And the units is in this E referenced column. Okay, this will be E to E. So 49.32 is the average units sold. Okay. Okay, so let's go from average to average. Okay, so for example, if you I just said average A, but I would have asked you that for example, what will be the average? For example, if you have text values also inside a column, how are you going to handle that? So if you have text values in the column, you can simply just use average A. 1 second. Average A. All right, and in this average A, you can like if this G column had text, let me just 1 second. Let me just put a text value into a column, then show you how it works. Right? Just put a just put here some text, maybe okay. So this is our text here. Which column is it? E column. Okay, just do it. Now we can do average A of this E to E. Let's see if this is considering the whole. Yes, it is taking HJJ also. Okay, E to E, and you do it, and you will get 47.133. So what it does is that it will take all the text values, okay, all the text values and the false in Boolean, and the text values will be taken as 0 to calculate the average. Okay, and the true values of the Boolean will be taken as 1. Okay, so let me just type here text and false Boolean will be 0 for the average A. Okay, and the true of Boolean, not just any true text, like true can also be a text. If it is not like this capital T and RUE, then it can be taken as, let me just see what is the true here. No, it's true is actually capital true. 1 second, just 1 second. true. This true is boolean. Okay, it's all capital, all letters are capital. Actually in programming languages the only first letter is capital. Okay, so a text and false boolean will be taken as 0 and this true boolean will be taken as 1 in calculating the average. Okay, for the average a, this will be the format how it works in average a. So are you able to understand average a, guys? Tell me. If there are text values and boolean values in a column, I suggest you use average a instead of average. Tell me, guys, in the comment section, are you able to understand average a? Shakalaga says, is space counted as blank value? Uh, Space will be counted as, yeah, space will be counted as a blank value. Space will be counted as a blank value. Or we can just check maybe. Let's just like we can take the help of the Google, right? Let's just take the help of Google. Let's see whether is space as blank value in Excel. I'm actually a little bit I'm not sure if space is counted as blank value or not. So we Excel has special kind of count non-empty cell, count a function. Okay, no, space is not an empty. The count function will recognize it. It's a non-empty for count. Okay, so we just saw that this if you have space, it's non-empty, right? It should have nothing, like the empty string that we say. It should have nothing. Only then will it be blank. If it has space, it's not blank because space also have some kind of a value, some kind of an ASCII value. I think it's around 32. So guys, just tell me if you're able to understand this count a. Count a, and we discuss just this average a. If you have understood average a, I'll go with average if. Just a yes, why in the comment section if you're able to understand it. Okay, I'm not getting a reply in the comment section, so I will uh, consider that you have understood what average a is. If I'm not, just give me a comment in the comment section. Average if, guys. Average if. Average if is same like sum if and count if. Averaging on a condition. Averaging after filtering out the data. Okay. And yes, for the Power BI, guys, if people who know Power BI here, uh, this average if, sum if, and count if you can like think about it, this is just similar to count x, average if, then average x, and sum, then sum x. Because like sum x in DAX, DAX of Power BI, sum x, that x stands for expressions, right? We filter out for that expression and then we calculate the sum. Similar thing is happening here for sum if also, for average if also, right? So that x is just replaced by if here. It's the same thing like we have DAX in Power BI. Okay, so if you don't know Power BI, it's okay. If you know Power BI, then this sum if and this average if is equals to average x there. Okay, new comments. How much Excel need for MIS, data analyst, and data scientist respectively? See, Balaji Kuma, for MIS executives and all those kind of profiles, you have to be good at you have to be good at Excel. Because you will be not. I don't think you'll be working at anything other than Excel. You have to know conditional formatting. You'll have to know how to build charts, customize charts, even a little bit of VBA and macro, how to record a macro, how to perform that macro over those other tables. Okay, not in-depth VBA. A little bit of VBA will also work. For example, if you want to edit a macro, then you can use a little bit of your VBA knowledge in that. Okay, and especially conditional formatting, all right, and building visuals, right, and all the data entry work, and these sum and these formulas that I'm showing you, all right, you will have to know that for the MIS executive. For the data analyst, you have to know it like an intermediate level would work, because like companies do use Excel. I have yet to see a job description where Excel is not is not mentioned there. Okay, Excel is, but only at an intermediate level. Like what I will be covering, it's enough for you to cover Excel. Okay, and for data scientist, same. For data scientist also, you'll need intermediate level of Excel. The main difference between data analyst and data scientist, I think, in terms of tools, will come when we work with SQL. Data analyst will work heavily with SQL, even more than data scientist. Okay. So let's go. Let's do this average if. Let's cover our average if. Okay. So let's calculate the average of pencils. Okay. Let's calculate the average of pencils. The average of total of pencils. Okay. So we will have let's do G to G, comma this item pencil. Sorry. Actually, I just confused with average IFS, because in IFS we have to put that aggregation column on the first. Here we have to put the column which has to be where that we are expressing that expression on, that we are specifying that expression on. So here that will be D to D. Okay, this D to D, this column. Okay, this is highlighted. That's what I want. It should be like on pencil. I want only the pencil values rows from here. Okay, then I will aggregate this G column. Okay. Okay, so 164.24. This is the average of total of only the pencils. Okay, average of only the pencils. This is average if. Now let's discuss a few more functions of like there is average. There will be more. There are many mathematical functions. I just covered count, sum, and average, which you are going to use like the most. Okay. Now let's discuss about the round. So guys, are you able to understand this average? If just tell me in the comment section real quick. Alankit, are you going to cover advanced Excel too? Yes, I'm going to cover. We will not be able to actually cover it today itself. Okay, I think we'll only be able to cover some of these functions. And advanced Excel, I think if you're talking about that in-depth VBA and all that VBA programming, I don't think that we're going to cover that, because see, I wouldn't even suggest you to like learn all the VBA, because you'll probably will never use it. But yes, we will cover advanced Excel as in terms of charts, as in terms of how to record a macro, how to like automate your work, how to use different functions, right? I'll cover all that. Okay, yeah, yes. Okay, so I hope that you're able to understand this average if functions. Okay, so let's move to round function. Okay, to round. So for this round, you will have to just put that you have to just type 1 second. I just made the mistakes. You have to put n equal to. That's why I thought why it is not coming. You will already get recommendations once you put n equal to here. Okay, the round, and then the number. For that number, I'm gonna give the cell reference of this cell, which is I think J13. Okay, J13, it will be highlighted. Okay, so I'm gonna round this number to just 2 decimal places. Okay, this gave me 47.13. All you have to do in round is give the number or the cell reference that contain that number. Okay, you can, instead of J13, you can just type it this number, or even better, you can just give the cell reference, which is J13. All right, and the number of decimal places that you want it to be rounded to. This is J13, comma 2. Press enter. This is 47.13. All right. One few more things about round. You can just do something like round up, and this will just round it up. Just let me show you. J13, comma 2. Okay, this will just round it up. I mean, normally if like it was 47.136, then it would have been 47.14. But here, when we have used this round up function, no matter what we have after 3, this will round it up to one more value. Okay, so that's why when I round up J13 by 2 decimal values, press enter, we have 47.14. Okay, and similarly we have round down. Just press n equal to round down, just like round up, just rounded it up. round down will round it down towards 0. Okay, I'm not getting. Okay, round double D, round down, and the value will be J13, and I want two values 47.13 only. Okay, so why is it not? Is this example not good for round down? Okay, so this has been changed to 0.10. All right. So actually, if I do it to 47.13 is actually everything after the 3, right? It has been converted to 0, 47.130. So this has converted everything back to 0, 47.1. This is not a good enough example to show like around how this round down works. But just to remember, just like round up will round it up one value, round down will just take all the decimal values and put it to 0. Like whichever place you have mentioned, everything after that will be 0. Like round down J13, this will be 47.130. Okay, just like the normal round and round down function are doing the same thing here. Okay, so are you able to understand round, guys? Tell me in the comment section. Thumbs up, yes, why, anything. Just tell me in the comment section if you're able to understand the round down. All right, my video is back, I think now. Okay, so guys, tell me, are you yes, okay. So you're able to understand the round functions, round up, round down. Okay, so let's have a look at the index function now. Okay, this index function will tell us the index of a value. Okay, let me just show. Guys, change to those all those people who have this sheet. Just change to sheet 2. Just change to sheet 2. Okay, guys, change to sheet 2. And now let's like start with the index. INDEX. Okay, so what this index does? Index returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and a column in a given range. So I will search for an index. For example, I will search for a value orange, all right, and I will get its row and column. Okay, the intersection of that. Let me just show you an example, then you'll be able to understand. Okay. So the first thing that you enter in the index will be this whole table range. What is the table range? The table range here will be from A1, A and 1. So A1 to this F and 7, this F7. So A1 to F7 will be your range. But for example, if you have a really large table, then you will not be able to like scroll down and see it. So just put this here, right? And just take this here. And 1 second. It's not copying it. Why is it not copying it, this array? Okay, this is copying it down. See, this has selected. Just take your cursor over here again. Take your cursor over here and just drag it. Just drag it there. It will take the whole table into account. All right, press a comma. Okay, just 1 second, guys. Okay, you're able to select it. So press a comma and then press the row number, for example 3, which will take the row, which is the third row here, this orange. All right, and we want the from the second column this, and let's just do this. So we have got orange. So what just happened? We have taken the index. The first parameter of index is the table range, which is this whole table that I just showed you. Instead of like typing out A1 to this F7, you can just simply select the whole table. All right, and then you can just enter the row number. All right, and after the row number, which is row number is this third. We wanted orange, the index of orange, right? So we have taken the third row, all right, and we have taken the second column here, B column, which is this orange. So we got third row, second column, and this in this whole table will be orange, 3 comma 2. Just press enter and you'll get orange. Okay. Are you able to understand index, or should I repeat it again? Tell me in the comment section quickly. Just think of index like a coordinate system of x comma y that we have. Think like that, you'll be able to get it. This orange is in third row and it is in the second column. So this is 3 comma 2. We just put that into index into this table, search for the coordinate 3 comma 2. It will pick up orange and give us orange. Guys, just tell me in the comment section, are you able to understand this? Okay, so I'm not Lankit says yes. Okay, okay, so I'm gonna move ahead that you have understood index. Okay, so let's discuss about another function, which is offset. So offset is almost similar to index. The only difference is that we are now putting up a reference here. Okay, my computer is like lagging a little bit, so let me just stop the video and let's see. 1 second, guys. Yeah, now it's working. All right. So yeah, what I was saying, yeah, index, this offset is similar to index, just that you're gonna give a reference. What do I mean by it? Let me show you to an example what this is. Offset returns a reference to a range that is given a number of rows and columns from the given reference. So the column number and the row number, for example, if I choose the reference as A1, which is this order header cell, if I choose it as A1, then the columns and rows from that particular cell will reset. This 1 second. This B column, which was the second column earlier, will now be the first. This C was third. This will be now second. This row, which was actually second, will now be the first row. This third row will now be the second row, because what we have done, we have now resetted. We have done a reset using offset, and now this place has now been changed to this A1 using the offset. Okay, so let me just remove this. Let me just remove this. In this offset, the first thing that you will enter is A1. So I'm offsetting using this order header cell, comma, the we wanted the third. Okay, this is like the index using the offset. So what we did the orange, right? So let's just take orange then. Second row, orange will lie in the first row, second row, and then in the first row. This will be this. Okay, orange, yes, great. So what happened is that in this index, right, everything was like as mentioned here. One first row was this, second was this, third was this. This was first column, this was second column. Using offset, now this place has been shifted to here or to this order column header, and now this has been first, this has been second, this has been third. So now to reference orange, now we can take this offset, and the even is the reference header. Second row will now contain it. Initially in index it was at 3, now it is at 2, and the column earlier was 2, now it is 1, because the reference cell has been changed, which is order. Okay, so are you able to understand the difference between index and offset, guys? Give me a yes. Only Alankrit and Kalyani are saying yes again and again. Guys, anyone else? No one else is understanding, or what? Tell me. Give me a thumbs up by yes, anything. Because I am going to ask you a question with index. and one more thing that I'm going to discuss right now after that function. Tell me, are you able to understand? This is really lagging a lot. I think after switching on the video, it lags. Okay, so Kani is able to understand it. Okay, great. Uh, no one else? Anyone else is able to understand it? I'll be moving ahead this. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna move ahead now. Okay, so just keep commenting in the chat box that you're able to understand it or not. Okay, so Praveen says that yes. Okay, okay. So one advantage of offset over index is that we can also like take width and height with offset. Let me show you what I'm saying. I will just do it and show you. Explaining it in like just verbally will not do. Sum offset. Okay, the reference is A1. I want the third column, right? This is okay. Let's take the first row. First, second, all right, and for the height, first and the second, and for height I'll take how many values we have? We have six values, right? Six. And for the width, I'll take one. Just this. Okay, guys. So what this will do is that this will take the A1 as the reference, right? What this reference does again, this just resets all the other columns after that. This was the second row, but this will now be the first row because we have reference. This was the second, sorry, this was the second column, but now as we have reference this cell, this is the first column. This was the second row. This is now the first row after using offset. So this will what offset will do. This will take the A1 reference. This will take the first row, which is this. The second row is now the first row. The second column, which is now the unit price. Okay. The second column is unit price now. This was third, but this is now second. And this is going to take six height. Height will take six values from here. From this, it will take six values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is now going to take these six values as height. And for the width, if I would have kept it like, if I would have kept it, uh, 1 second, guys. I missed a bracket, I think. Yeah, I missed a bracket. So, for example, if I use this 2, so this is now going to take this unit price and quantity also. But if I set it to just one width, so this is going to take just one cell width, all right, and six cell height. So it will take these six cells. And if I just put this bracket here and just do it, this is 137. What is this 137? This 137 that I'm getting using this sum offset A1 1261. This is 137. This one is 137 is actually the sum up of all these values. All right. So what I did, I referenced at A1. I took the first row, the second column after offset. I took six as height, which means these six cells as height, and this one width, which is just this one cell width. Okay. And then I pressed enter. I got 137. Instead, if I would have kept it here as width as 2, then this would sum this, all these values, summed all of these values, 6 from here and 6 from here, because I've kept the width as 2. Okay, 205. Now we have 205. If you want to just check, you can just check it if this is 205 or not. Sum it again. I'm not getting it. Why? One second, guys. Totals, yeah, this sum. Okay, 205.7. See, these are the same. Okay, so guys, are you able to understand this offset that I told you? And offset using sum, are you able to understand it? uh DC Ray says, can you repeat offset again? Okay, I've just explained it again. I am seeing your messages at 8:49, right now is 8:53. If you have not understood offset, just tell me one more time, DC Ray. Okay, let me just explain. So for sum of offset, you will just offset will just reference this A1, right? See this point that I'm showing, see my cursor, this plus sign, this was actually the reference cell. Now as I have some offset, I've put A1, this A1. All right, so now this has been changed to this is now the reference cell. Reference cell will just do nothing. It will just this second column will become first column, this third column will become second column. It will just reset the numbers, right? It will just reset the number from that cell itself. These all columns which were 2 3 4, these have been resetted, and now this B was 1, this C was 2, this D was 3, this E was 4, F was 5. They are rows are also offsetted or resetted. Now the second row is first, this third is second, fourth is third, fifth is fourth, sixth is fifth, right? So it's just resetting. Okay, so DC Ray is now able to understand. Okay, okay, thanks. So I hope you guys have understood what this sum and offset is. Okay. So now let's just go to next thing, which is going to give us like match. So the match does what? Match will look up a value into the table, right, for a text value, and it will give us its index. Let me just show you again using an example. While I'm switching off the video, it's really like hanging a lot. Okay, just let me switch off the video. Equals match. DC says got it now. Okay, thank you, DC, that you're able to understand it. Just tell me whenever you're not able to understand, just tell me. So I want it for oranges. It's not case sensitive, I think. I think it's not case sensitive. Let's say. For the lookup array, I think it should be 3 to 3. Okay. And 0. I'll tell you what this all means. Okay, just NAY match lookup value. Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. I am just, this is not that. This is no 3 2 3. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just let me see. Okay. Oh, this orange. Okay. I have actually this. Just let me remove this. Let me remove this from here. This orange from here also. This is actually creating confusion. This thing two oranges from one here and this in this cell that we had earlier. That's why it's not able to. Still NA. A value is not available. Let me just type all again. Match. Is it case sensitive? Orange. Oh, I was typing oranges. Oh, I think that's wrong. 3 to 3, comma 0. Give us. Yes. Okay. So yeah, this gives us. What is this 2? This 2 is actually the row number. Okay. So what it is doing is that match will look for this orange word. 3 to 3 is giving the range of this full third row. 3 to 3 will give this whole row. All right. 0 means that I want the exact value. Okay. Match type is exact. 1 is not exact. All right. 1 is for less than, greater than, but we don't have any numeric value. We are just looking for this text. So this should be 0. Okay. Exact text. And this will match for orange in this row and give me the row number. Okay. Not row number. Actually, this will give me the column number, I think. Yeah, this is giving me the column number because the row is third, right? Row is third here. We're not using any offset. We're just using match. If it was, we had used offset somewhere, then it would have been, this would have been resetted to second. But here it is third only. So for this match orange in this row, all right, this exact value, then this is giving me 2 as answer. 2 as answer, which is the second column. So orange is in the second column. So it is giving me 2. Similarly, If you want the row number, you can just simply do equals match lookup value, put orange, and for lookup array this time I'll do b to p. If you in the range, if you're getting confused in the range, if you want the row number, you put the column range. If you want the column number, you put the row range. Okay, b to b. I want the exact value 3. Okay, so this gave me the third row. Orange is in the third row. So if I take give me orange, match for orange, range is b which is this b to b, this whole column. Okay, match for orange in this whole b range column, and match for the exact value orange. All right, so this will give me the third row. This gave me the third row. Okay, all right guys, so are you able to understand this? Just give me a thumbs up, yes, anything. Akash Sagar says, what is that? The topic is Excel, and right now we are doing all those aggregations. All right, we just did match, how to use match, we did index and all. Are you guys able to understand this? Right, guys, tell me, are you able to understand? Gagandeep says Power BI. It's not Power BI, this is Excel. Yes, a lot of things you can find like Power BI. That's not Power BI, it's Excel. Guys, tell me, are you able to understand it? Hi or anything? Yes or anything? Yes, got it. Okay. Okay, guys. So moving ahead, I'm not gonna now gonna give you a question actually. I showed you how we can use index. Okay, index, we have to mention the row and the column, right? And using that we can get the value. Using match we can get these the row and the column number for this orange, for this orange. Can you just give me an expression using some combination of match and index that will give me the quantity of bananas? Right, let me just 1 second, let me type it. Insert text box, just type it. uh, an expression of match and index for quantity of bananas. All right, guys, can you just give me an expression for this? An expression of some kind of mixture of match and index, which will give me the quantity of bananas. This, I want this 20 value. Just type out the formula in the comment section. Okay, just type it out real quick. It's not difficult. It's a little bit you have to think. I've given you all the tools. I've told you what index is. I've told you what a match is. You just have to like give me how will you get it? How will you get this answer? Again, I want an expression of match and index, some combination of match and index for quantity of bananas, which is this 20. I'll wait for 30 more seconds. If you're not able to do it, then I'll jump in. And type out the formula in the comment section. Were you able to understand match and index, guys? Or should I repeat it one more time? 10 more seconds, guys. Just tell me, are you able to? Let me see if anyone is able to give it. Okay, so I don't see any answers. So let me just tell you how this will be done. How an expression of match and index for quantity of bananas. Okay. So guys, just type equal to index. Again, let me tell you what this index will do. This index will give me the value of the row and column that I will be referencing it, right? Just like we did index of 3 comma 2, right? We did index of 3 comma 2 like the coordinate system, and it gave us the value of orange. Okay, similarly, just let me do index once again if you guys have problem. Index of this table, we selected the table. All right, we want third row and second column, orange. Okay, this is giving us this value 3 comma 2. Index does this. Okay, and the match will match some kind of a value. So I told you guys that I wanted the quantity of oranges. Okay, no, sorry, I want the quantity of bananas. Okay, this 20, this 20 here, I wanted this. How will I do it? I'll first select this table. This will be already auto taken by this Excel. All right, now row number. For the row number, instead of like going and like focusing on what the row and column values are and like putting it this row and column values, I will just simply put match. It's actually making it dynamic. I will show you how it is dynamic. uh, okay, I'll just tell you. Just let me do wanted bananas, right? B-A-N-A-N-A, bananas. Look up array for bananas is uh, B to B. Okay, this will give us this 0, will give us the exact value. Again, this match, and I want that. What do I want for bananas? I want the quantity for bananas. Okay, so let me just search for the quantity header wherever it is. Quantity in the 1 to 1, 1 to 1. So this first row has also been highlighted. First row is being taken. Search wherever this header is. I want the exact value. This, this, this gave me 20. See, index, table range, match banana B to B 0, which will take the row number of the bananas here, which is going to be the sixth. Automatically, I didn't enter sixth here, right? I just mentioned that I want that index of banana, that row index of banana. Here, I did match quantity 1 to 1. 1 to 1 is actually going to take this first header row, okay? And I want the exact value of quantity. So from this, in this first row, it is going to take for that quantity, which is going to be the fourth column number. Okay, column number is going to be fourth, which is this, and this match banana baby 0, this will change to 3, sorry, this will change to 6. Match quantity 110, this will change to 4. So index of this table 6 comma 4 will give us this value of 20. Okay, just like we press enter, give us 20. Instead, now how it is dynamic, instead of putting, for example, if you just want to put just simple 6 comma 4 coordinate into the index function and get the quantity of bananas, how it is different from that, let me just show you. Let me just put, sorry, index and array is this array, this array, and row number is 6, right? And column number is 4. This gave us 20, right? So the thing is, what if I just change this bananas from 6th position to 4th position, right? Instead of grapes, I'll put B-A-N-A-N-A, and here I'll put G-R-A-P-E-S. Okay, okay. So see, the thing is that now as I have changed bananas, right, and this bananas quantity is now 6, this index which I have like manually entered the index of 6 comma 4, this is still putting this 6 comma 4 into account, right? This is still taking this 6 comma 4 coordinate. This is not taking where the banana is. It's not considering that, right? Because we just manually entered 6,4. This is not dynamic, right? This will, if the data changes and a new value is being added, right? Like position is being arranged. If someone sorts by this product column by the name, right? Then this value will be wrong. This will not give us the true quantity of bananas, which has been changed. Instead, see, if you look at this has been changed to 6 because now the bananas real quantity is 6 because we have taken a dynamic. We are matching wherever you match a banana in the rows and wherever you match a quantity in the columns, right? Give us that coordinates. So it will give us the row coordinate of banana, the like the quantity of the column coordinate of the quantity, and it will give the index of that. Index means the value of that, which is 6. And now it has been updated. It is also being reflected, but here it is not. Okay, here it is 20. It's not changed. All right, guys. So tell me if you're able to understand how instead of putting uh, manually putting values, we can do it. Instead of manually putting values, we can use dynamic match inside index and get values. Here we are using it dynamically, so we are getting the changed value also. Here we are just putting the manually coordinates, which is going to take only that cell into account no matter where the value goes. This is manual and this will show wrong whenever the data is updated, changed, sorted, anything. Any change and it will not show the real value. Are you able to understand this, guys? Thumbs up, yes, why, anything? Okay, Alankit says yes, he's able to understand it. Okay. Guys, tell me, anyone else is able to understand it? The session is going to go only for 5 more minutes. I'll take only 5 more minutes of yours. Just tell me if you're able to. I need more yeses. If you're able to understand it, just tell me. Are you able to understand it? This index, how this index manually entering. This is manual. This one is dynamic. This will just give you, even if you change the values, it will give you the right answer. All right, guys, let's discuss one more function. Okay, I'm gonna discuss a very easy aggregation ending up. Okay, this is just going to be the maximum and minimum functions. Okay, let me just clear this out. So max and min, simple, just type out max. Okay, and max of what column? The D column, D to D. Let's take the maximum. Actually, this will not take. This will take the whole column, which contains actually 2 tables, right? D2. So let's just. Oh, sorry. Let me just. Here we can give references instead of D to D. I think we should mention D2 to D7 because I want all the rows of this first table only. Max of D2 to D7. This will give us 20, which is the maximum value. Similarly, very easily, we can have min and we can just have this again D2 to D7. And right here, minimum, this will give us 6. Minimum value as you can see is 6 and maximum value as you can see is 20. Max min, so easy. I hope you're able to get it. Tell me in the comment section. You're also here. Can you check that link? DC Ray, which link? The third sheet you're saying? 1 second. Third sheet, you mean sheet 3? DC Ray? What happened about this sheet? We're gonna go one by one, right? There are so many sheets. I've prepared a lot of questions also for you guys, which I'll be asking: lookups, correlations, visuals, bars, everything. Just not today. Today we are ending up on this min and max function. All right. So just tell me, are you able to understand this? And what is the real your issue, Desiree? The third sheet. What about the third sheet? Can you check that link? That link is not working or what? You said it was working earlier. Desiree says no, sir. You're not able to understand it. Desiree, just mention a little more clearly what you're trying to ask. Right, and the max and min, let you can do like, let's go to the first sheet. All right, let's do max and min from here. Okay, let's do max from units. Let's see what are the maximum units which were sold. Max. Okay, and units, e to e. All right, 96. So 90, this 96 maximum amount of units sold for some product, for some order. And we can see minimum, we can do e to e. 2 is the minimum sold, which is desk. 2 desks are sold to Smith from central region on 9th. Okay, this is the minimum, this is the maximum. Just simple function, max and min, must have seen like so many places. So guys, I hope you're able to get this. Screen is not visible properly. Should I zoom it? Astha Jain, should I zoom it? I've zoomed it. I have opened YouTube side by side. I think should be able to see it. All right, guys, I've discussed everything that I wanted to for today. I mean, not everything. I wanted to cover a lot more, but we've not even finished these aggregation functions, day-to-day aggregation functions only. Okay, so we'll discuss it tomorrow. Okay, and I hope you are able to understand all these max, min, index, match, offset, right? Different types of aggregations like average, sum, count, how count A and count are different. See, these are asked in the interview, so I'm telling it to you. Count A, count, and all those. These are asked in interviews, like which one will count text, which one will take text and numeric both into account and all that, and which one will take boolean into account. All this is asked. Okay, so just take notes or do Google search if you forget it, because these are important. And I've just showed you how you can use multiple if condition using average IFS, sum IFS, count IFS, sorry. Okay, and then in this sheet we discuss match, index, how we can make our match and index, use it and dynamically, even if we change values, right? We put bananas from the 6th position to the 4th position, still we got the right value. How we used match inside the index, which gave us, which matched on bananas and gave us the row and column for bananas and quantity. Like that, we made it dynamic and it gave us the real changed value, so that in future when you sort the value or something like that, you're able to get it. Okay, so we discussed a lot today, these aggregation functions and match and index and all, which are used a lot. Okay, so today this was it for today's session. Let's meet tomorrow, and from tomorrow we'll pick up after min, which is the sqrt function. We'll only a few more functions of 1 or 2 more functions of aggregation, then we'll discuss text functions from tomorrow. Okay, and let's see how much we can cover tomorrow. Okay, so bye bye guys, thank you. Along with it, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you.